डियर लिसनर्स, आकाशवाणी समाचार गैंगटॉक में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं मिस्टर सुकांतो दास, जनरल सेक्रेटरी बैडमिंटन एसोसिएशन ऑफ सिक्किम एंड एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर ऑफ बैडमिंटन एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया एंड ऑल्सो अ टीम मैनेजर of Indian national badminton team. So many feathers in Sir's crown. Aaj we'll have a discussion on Khelo India in Sikkim, a recent sports can. Sir, very warm welcome to Akashvani Samachar Gangtok.
Thank you so very much.
Sir, जैसे हम सभी को पता है, Khelo India is a flagship scheme by Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. Being a veteran sports person and a sports administrator, I shall like to know what is your overview on the scheme itself and ये scheme कैसे सिक्किम में implement हो रहा है?
First of all, I would like to thank Akashvani News Gangtok for providing this opportunity to discuss an important topic, implementation of Khelo India scheme in Gangtok. Before discussing the various components of Khelo India, and it is important to acknowledge the strong support that sports in Sikkim has been receiving under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Prem Singh Tamang Golesa, who himself, a passionate sports enthusiast,
Sir,
and firmly believes in the power of sports for youth development. Today, being in badminton in Sikkim, being the General Secretary of Badminton, on behalf of all sports association, almost every sporting discipline in the state is witnessing renewed momentum and the growth through various initiatives of the government of Sikkim. The Department of Sports and Youth Affairs, government of Sikkim, has been playing a pivotal role in creating opportunities for athletes, developing infrastructure in all the 6 districts of our state, organizing competitions and implementation of flagship schemes such as the Khelo India. I think with the collective efforts of the government, the department, the coaches, and all the sporting associations in our state, and the educational institutions and the athletes themselves, Sikkim is steadily building a strong sporting ecosystem. मुझे ये लगता है.
And winning medals as well.
Yes. Khelo India has been further, strengthened this vision by providing a structured pathway for grassroots participation to excellence, enabling our young sports persons to dream bigger and compete at the national and international levels.
सर, जैसे आप एक्सीलेंस के जिक्र ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, तो मैं आगे जानना चाहूँगा कि बहुत सारे श्रोताओं को ऑलरेडी पता है, और जिनको अगर नहीं भी पता हो तो मैं बताना चाहूँगा थ्रू दिस डिस्कशन प्रोग्राम, खेलो इंडिया स्टेट सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस गैंगटॉक में बहुत उम्दा तरीके से एथलीट्स को ग्रूम कर रहा है, डेवलप कर रहा है, पेशेवर मंच पे परफॉर्म करने के लिए उनको ट्रेन कर रहा है। सर, इसमें थोड़ा डिटेल में आपसे जानना चाहूँगा।
आई हैव बीन ट्रैवलिंग सो मेनी स्टेट्स ऑल ओवर इंडिया,
जी सर,
मैं बैडमिंटन के बारे में बहुत बता सकता हूँ इन जनरल,
सर,
एंड इन जनरल ऑन द स्पोर्टिंग सिनेरियो ऑफ द कंट्री, आई हैव सीन दिस खेलो इंडिया which the government of India has initiated, a grassroots level program. I think the Khelo India scheme aims to revive the sporting culture of India by identifying talent at a young age, strengthening the sports infrastructure of our country, promoting mass participation, and creating pathways for excellence. And telling about Sikkim in particular, Khelo India has contributed significantly, providing modern sports infrastructure. There are a lot of Khelo India centers now in Sikkim, and Khelo India State Center for Excellence, I think वो आजकल वही कहा जाता है,
sir,
and offering opportunities for athletes to participate in national level competitions, providing scholarship and scientific training support to talented sports persons, encouraging greater participation among youth, especially from rural and remote areas.
Sir,
I think that talent hunt, that scouting of talents to the grassroots levels, I think that is the main contribution of this Khelo India scheme.
सर, अगर हम थोड़ा स्पोर्ट्स हिस्ट्री की तरफ देखें तो काफ़ी सालों से, काफ़ी अरसों से आपको भी ये पता होगा, ज़्यादातर जो खिलाड़ी उभर के आते हैं, बैडमिंटन हो, टेबल टेनिस हो, फुटबॉल, क्रिकेट, कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स हो, एक बड़ा पैमाने पे खिलाड़ी ग्रासरूट लेवल से उभर के आते हैं। सर, आपसे ये मेरा जानने का आग्रह रहेगा, सिक्किम एक हिली स्टेट है, थोड़ा पहाड़ी राज्य है, और काफ़ी सारे चुनौतियों का भी सामना आप जैसे एक्सपीरियंस्ड स्पोर्ट्स एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर को डे इन डे आउट करना पड़ता है। इसके बावजूद हम देख रहे हैं सिक्किम के खिलाड़ी देश और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं। सर, इसमें जो खेलो इंडिया सेंटर्स का कितना अहम भूमिका है?
सो ये आपने बहुत अच्छा सवाल पूछे, बिकॉज बिकॉज ऑफ द टेरेन दैट सिक्किम हैज, Khelo India centers, I think their main focus is identifying talent at an early age from the grassroots level, providing coaching close to athletes' home. That is another aspect of Khelo India, reduce barriers of participation, that is another thing. And encouraging community involvement in sports from, nook and corner of the state. And to improve effectiveness in Sikkim, I think they have got 11 to 13 Khelo India centers in Sikkim. I think the effectiveness to be improved in the hilly state like Sikkim, as you said. I think more if the government of India can provide more numbers of center in the remote districts, I think that will help more opportunity for scouting talents, because we have got finest talents in the remote part of our state. Providing transportation supports to these athletes, and
reducing distance between the home houses of the athletes and the training centers. Yes.
And sometimes the enhanced coaches educational programs, to these districts wise, block level wise.
So that really helps the sportsman to build a confidence, under whom I'm getting coaching.
That's what.
That
and improve the equipment availability.
Sir.
That main thing. If अगर आपको मालूम है, अगर I have got the urge to play, but मेरे पास facility नहीं है,
जी.
I can't prove myself. So if they can improve the equipment availability to all the rural areas, from the block level, from the panchayat levels, and all these small blocks. So I think that will more help getting more athletes from the state.
So sir, this is appeal from our this discussion to both government of Sikkim and government of India कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अगर खेलो इंडिया सेंटर को बढ़ावा दिया जाए, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इक्विपमेंट्स का व्यवस्था किया जाए, तो जो रॉ टैलेंट्स है, जो एनर्जीज है, वो और भी अच्छे तरीके से उभर के आ सकते हैं.
Definitely, if you get more coaches, more trained staffs, I think it will help the coach to build their future in sports. I think that is, and we can always get good players from the very villages and all these sports.
Also, there is a trend in this digital India. If anyone, especially young talents, wants to invest themselves, their talents in some venture, maybe we are talking sports right here. So there are a couple of terms he or she will come across. Khelo India Youth Games, Khelo India University Games and Khelo India Winter Games. सर, ये बहुत सारे शब्द झट से एक सर्च इंजिन में आ जाता है. तो सर, हम जानना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि ये बहुत अहम मौका हमको मिला है, जो हमारे साथ आप जुड़े हुए हैं. ये जो तीन गेम्स के बारे में हम बात किए, इसमें से सर क्या क्या अंतर है, और इसमें ज्वाइन करने के लिए कौन कौन सा स्टेप्स एक नवा खिलाड़ी, थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस्ड खिलाड़ी और वेटरन खिलाड़ी को उठाना पड़ेगा?
As by my knowledge is concerned,
sir,
Khelo India Youth Games is for school age athletes.
Okay.
Focusing on talent identification.
Budding talents.
Yes. That is Khelo India Youth Games. And Khelo India University Games, that is for university levels athlete competing at a high performance level. That is for Khelo India University Games.
Sir.
And I think Khelo India Winter Games, that focus on winter sports such as skiing, snowboarding, or any ice sports on a higher altitude places. I think these three are categorized differently by Government of India. And focus on winter sports such as skiing, snowboarding and all. Like for Sikkim, I prefer मुझे ये लगता है for Sikkim, the youth games currently offer the greatest opportunity. And due to broader participation. However, in future, winter games could become a major avenue if winter sports infrastructure are developed in our state. Because आपको भी पता है, we have got all these snow-capped mountains.
Yes.
5,000 meters and above. So अगर we get opportunities to build, अगर ऐसा होता है in future,
adventure
sports के लिए, I think Sikkim have got the finest talents in this because of this endurance. हमारे यहाँ के बच्चे में जो ताकत है, जो लगन है ना? So I think Sikkim can be one of the major state to scouting talents.
शोकेसिंग देयर टैलेंट्स टू द वर्ल्ड।
yes.
अर्सन, इसके साथ साथ सिर्फ स्पोर्ट्स में भी नहीं, अगर ये आपका जो आपने जो प्लान बताया अगर ये होता है, इम्प्लीमेंट होता है, तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबली फ्रॉम द टूरिज्म पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी बहुत सारे रेवेन्यू आने का संभावनाएं बढ़ जाएंगी।
Yeah, definitely. Like अभी there is a word says that sports tourism.
जी सर।
स्पोर्ट्स टूरिज्म, लाइक अगर कोई बच्चे खेलने आते हैं, कोई भी नेशनल लेवल टूर्नामेंट्स होते हैं, जैसे वी विल बी होस्टिंग अंडर 19 नेशनल्स फर्स्ट टाइम इन सिक्किम इन नवंबर, एंड दिस इज अ प्राउड मोमेंट फॉर बैडमिंटन एसोसिएशन ऑफ सिक्किम ऑल्सो, दैट बैडमिंटन एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया ने सिक्किम को अंडर 19 नेशनल होस्ट करने की इस बार, लाइक दे हैव गिवन द राइट्स that we have we had voted to get the rights to give our best to conduct that under 19 national in Sikkim. So we thank the Badminton Association of India also, and our honorable Chief Minister sir is so encouraging. Aap log karo, the government is with you, like all the possible help from the government will be great.
जी सर।
And we have got a dynamic president, our Jacob Carling sir, who is also the political secretary of the government of Sikkim. So I think we are looking forward to it. On behalf of you, I request all of you, all our people from Sikkim, to please come and witness this in November. It will be a mega show for nationals in badminton.
Listeners, this is a real moment of pride for all of us serving or residing in Sikkim. And sir, there is a proverb goes ki for any sports, one has to be fit and fine. That's a basic prerequisite of participating in any sports, may it be for leisure, may it be for professional purposes. Sir, in this scenario, Government of India has launched Fit India movement, and also we see, serving in Sikkim for last couple of years, the schools are itself organizing couple of sports program on their behalf. Sir, I would like to know from you how this Fit India movement can collab or can integrate it with school sports programs in the state.
I think this is a very good initiative by Government of India, the Ministry of Sports and other thing. Fit India movement is is a nationwide movement promoting daily physical activity and healthy living.
Sir,
because now everybody is stressful in the workplace, all their
even for
personal
even in
life,
schools,
even
in schools,
even for the school students.
Yes.
So I think integration can include daily fitness periods, at least one period dedicated to fitness, school fitness assessments, you can see if the kids they have good physical fitness, and if we can teach them some of the, and which they are doing in the schools nowadays.
Yes.
See all these things. And adventure activities like trekking and all these things, I think that will also help.
Which is very exclusive.
Yes. And we have got beautiful mountain terrain.
Yes.
You can see this. And inter-school sports leagues, I think that is very important. Inter-school championships are very important to scout talents, because we get talents from the schools from the age of around 9 to 13. That is the prime age where we can just pick this, unpolished diamonds. And through these Khelo India schemes, or these sports associations can come in and to take this challenge, kids, and they can perform well in future. And we can also have this, I think, fitness awareness campaigns. That is a major thing. If we can have a broader program for fitness awareness campaigns, this can help combat, lifestyle and improve overall student health. That is my view.
Sir, I think sports as well as teaches us a very fine-tuned discipline.
Yes.
And a feeling of defeat doesn't mean that you will be defeated next time.
Yes, very true.
To accept defeat.
Yes.
This is, sir, very important in any of us, maybe in any profession, any of us lifestyle, because when you get defeated, when you get a setback, often we get depressed. Often we think, okay, this is the end of it. Often we demoralize ourselves, and often we underestimate ourselves as a human being. And I think, sir, sports persons are very tough human beings, are very disciplined.
Very true words. Very true words. And I think, Mainak, nowadays this mental health issue is a very big problem.
Yes, sir.
I've been traveling with the Indian team for so long. So we have got special training camp for mental health, to prepare before the Olympics or for the Asian Games or the Commonwealth Games. These players goes, training like yoga session, meditation session to calm their nerves, before a bigger tournaments. I think if we implement these things in schools also, even their studies will go well, and they can overcome this fear of studying also. And sports teach a discipline and a better human being. It can make a better human being.
Because, sir, it is very obvious, being a professional sportsman or being a professional coach, you can't win every game.
Yes.
This is very obvious. We are not we are not gods, and we are human beings.
Winning and losing is a part of our game.
It. So every time we see the winner is awarded with garlands and medals, but sometimes losers and losing a game may invoke the winning in the upcoming match. Sir, I would like to know from you again, sir. Whenever most of us, sir, have played some of the games in our childhood, maybe badminton, cricket, football, whatever it may be. Now, when a child is, interested in sports and their parents are sort of all set, give them the opportunity to get trained under a professional coach, and sort of a family is almost ready to give the opportunity to that child to become a professional sportsman. Now, being Sikkim or being in any state, especially in the lower middle income strata, we often get a debate how many medals this fellow will fetch.
Yes.
And what actually and sort of fund will we get that much fund? There's a fear. And what exact quote unquote salary or professionally that fellow can contribute down 5 or 6 years being a professional sportsman. And sir, in this reference, there is a scheme named Target Olympic Podium Schemes, because tops. Because everyone, psychologically, being a human, every sportsman, every athlete dreams to see himself or herself in that 3 stands, that podium. Sir, I would like to know some more details. How can these athletes, these talented fellows from Sikkim and maybe from other state, can benefit from this scheme?
See, Mainak, like tops, I have got around few friends who are international athletes.
Yes, sir.
Mainly, I will talk about badminton. Tops is such a beautiful program. For this is known as the Target Olympic Podium Schemes.
Sir,
this is tops. So, tops supports elite athletes preparing for international competition by providing, they get financial assistance. Everything is taken care of by the tops. And tops, there are only the top 6 to 10 players, who get, selected for the tops. And for an international exposure, I will talk about the badminton, and I think now you can see overall, the athletes are going abroad. They are doing so well. Football is doing well, and other disciplines also in overall. So tops is playing a pivotal role for the Indian sports scenario is concerned, and they get advanced coaching in foreign country with the foreign coaches also. Elite academies. Trainers, they are getting trained before major tournaments. So it's all comes under tops, because the Target Olympic Podium is the government of it. So where we see our next generation, because before the Olympics, next 4 years gaps or 8 years gaps, tops provide that facilities. And the major concern nowadays is the sports science. Sports medicine is a very important role which is playing, and tops cover that also. And I think, for the players or the sports person from Sikkim, the talented athletes from Sikkim can benefit by achieving strong national ranking. Tops gets only the top national ranking players which selected by the government of India for international exposure. So if our players in all discipline in our state, through Khelo India, through all sports ranking, national championship, all these sports disciplines, all these sports associations are sending players. If our players get a very good, strong national rankings, they might get selected for the tops. So, and that also required, participation in national camps. So all the national camps where you get guidance and support from the national level coaches, trainers and the physios and everything, and entering the tops development group, because there is a selection trial for the tops also for all the disciplines, from football, badminton, athletics, weightlifting, karate,
Any
Olympic,
sports.
sports. And progressing towards international representation. Once you being in tops, that means you'll get international exposure. And like nowadays, to play any of these sports, financial constraint is a very big thing. You should have a very good financial background. So tops take care all your that problem, and you get big. Until unless you see yourself competing with the international standard, you can't achieve the medals, and we also can't achieve the medals. So for that reason, tops plays a very vital role in this.
Oh, sir, just borrowing from your words, the sportsman or the aspiring, fellow has to have the talent and the hard-working capability, and the tops will take care, and tops will play the background role to, produce toppers in athletics or in any sports. Sir, I would further like to know, what are the major sports discipline right now in which Sikkim has shown potential success? May it be archery, because Sikkim is coming to headlines for many sports in last couple of years. Archery, athletics, boxing, football, taekwondo, which is a sort of a very famous sports, but not so highlighted. I should like to say. So, sir, how sports scenario is Sikkim is constantly making progress?
Yes. I think Sikkim has demonstrated considerable potential in athletics now, and before that it was football. Still, football is a major thing which we've been played here.
Yes,
this Sikkim Premier Badminton League and the
Governor's Gold Cup
and all these things.
The Paljo Stadium is sort of has become arena of football happening in Sikkim.
Boxing is doing very good. Taekwondo, archery, weightlifting is doing very good. And martial art, because the people, the players from our region, from this northeast, they are more into, they are very good in martial art, weightlifting, boxing, and, now badminton is also coming very well. Badminton is doing very well. Sikkim's players are doing very well in zonal and national levels. They are in the, there are few players of us who are in under 19, under 17, under 15 national ranking. And we as an association are trying our best to give as much as facilities to this kid by sending them for national and international tournaments, the zonal championship.
Sir, we have talked a lot about Khelo India's scheme and sports scenario in Sikkim. Now we will delve into some reality check things that may not sound so nice, but it is really important for our listeners to know. Sir, I would like, being a very veteran sports professional, I would like and I would request to assess the current sports infrastructure available in Sikkim, and how it can be improved and how it can be transformed into more productive sports infrastructure.
I think, because of the terrain, Mainak, we do have, whatever we have got the infrastructure, our strength is Palje Stadium. Now we have got a lot of Khelo India Center of
Baichung Stadium in Namchi.
Baichung Stadium in Namchi. Then there are a lot of cricket stadiums has come up, all the districts also. Then indoor sports halls are there in all the districts now. And district level facilities has come up very significantly, because now sports culture has come to the grassroots level. As our Honorable Chief Minister said, we should get this sports culture. We should have a club culture in our society. So, and now a lot of clubs have come. We, in our badminton, I can say, we have got around 100 badminton clubs have come up in all districts.
That's overall amazing. That's amazing as a number.
Yes,
and being
in a small state us, and we do have very limited resources. And I think, the Honorable Chief Minister, sir, once we met him, and he was telling he is coming up with a very good, big, sports village type of thing. And I think it has already been in his vision and all. They have acquired the land and all this process are going on. I think once it comes up, I think that will help sports tourism, what we discussed earlier
Sir.
in our state. And I think, like, I won't say like what are the major gaps, but what we can have more in the coming days, like we can have more indoor halls, bigger indoor halls, where can we all sports association, those who have got indoor disciplines, can have national level tournaments. That will showcase our talents also. I think that will help us, and in rural districts also, if we can have more major sports infrastructure, that will help us.
Sir, Father, I would like to know, how can Sikkim leverage its geographical and climatic advantages? Because we have talked about challenges. It's there.
Yes.
We have to accept it. There is challenge in every aspect of, maybe in life, maybe in sports. Because when there is no challenges, there is no joy of victory.
Yes.
So, sir, how Sikkim as a state can get the leverage its geographical and climatic advantages for development of sports?
I think, like Sikkim being a high altitude place, the terrain is ideal for, like, that's my perspective.
Sir.
What I think, it is more suiting for endurance training.
Adventure sports.
Yes, adventure sports, mountain sports,
Sir.
cycling, long distance running. Nowadays you can see these running things are going on. Yeah? Lot of clubs have come, small groups of runners have come up. There are a lot of running shows are happening. And it is a very, very good sign.
And Mr. Amar Subba, sir, sorry to interrupt.
Yes,
Mr. Amar Subba is a brand of Sikkim who is, you, dear listeners, you must have known, he's a marathon man of Sikkim, he's popularly known as, and he trains so many runners.
Yes, and trekking and outdoor fitness activities can again boost it. And the state can position itself as a national high altitude training destination. I think that will help and boost it. That we can be doing.
Sir, like Sikkim is a part of Seven Sisters. Sir, I would like to know from you, if we concentrate performances of Seven Sisters, Northeastern states, where is the position compared to those states? Where is the position that Sikkim is standing right now? And how Sikkim can be influenced or Sikkim can be inspired from the other Northeastern states?
Northeastern states often have a strong sporting culture, that.
Sikkim, Manipur and others, yes.
Mizoram and the footballers, like the boxers, most of the athletes.
Runners, endurance sports personnel,
they come from weightlifters, they come from Northeast states. So we do have a very strong sporting culture in our Northeast, all Seven Sisters, and me as a brother. So all the 8 states, we do have a strong sporting culture. And we have got the community support, that is the biggest thing. We, in all our Northeast states, we as a community supports each other so well, and it shows in our sporting culture. And early talent identification is also there. All peoples, you can see these kids, they are going for taekwondo, they are going for badminton, they are going for football and all these things. And consistent grassroots competitions in our areas help these things in our Northeast states. So what I can say, what we can learn from other, like as a Sikkim, as a Sikkimese, from us, like inter-school competition is a must every year. That's how I always say that. In each discipline, inter-school competition is must every year. And invest in local coaches. We should invest more in local coaches.
Because they know the best.
Yes.
The son of the soils know the soil very best.
Yes, and we can have a lot of refresher courses for our local coaches.
Sir.
Create district level academies. If we can create a district level academies, we can help get more sports person. Ensuring, we can ensure like continuous competition exposure for our kids with the help of the government. I think that will help more. And we can develop our sports as a career pathway. After certain age, what is next?
Yes.
Your
sports
family
is
needs
not
that
always,
support
yes. Sports is not always a leisure that we often misunderstand.
Yes.
Sports can, run the family.
Yes. So I think still we need that
a kind of encouragement from the parents and especially the teachers
to develop sport as a career pathway.
Yes. The students need to be. This is a request from our news team as well to all the listeners, especially parents, teachers and the coaches who regularly interact with the students on maybe for school purposes, for educational purposes, or maybe as psychological companions, especially elder brothers, sisters. I will request all to say if you get some spark in your child, maybe in younger brother and sister, please come forward. Come forward, because Sikkim fortunately does host an awesome infrastructure for sports, for mentoring sports professionals, and please come forward from your end, so that sports veterans and sports administrators like Mr. Dash can do the necessary, the needful. Sir, next I would like to know, yes, we have seen that Sikkim has won some medals in recent Khelo India competition. Sir, being a very experienced sports person and a coach, what tips you want to give to the now sports persons to double or triple their performance over coming years?
I think I would say, like, I can suggest them,
sir,
like if we can improve the coaching quality, the coaches, as we discussed. Now every 6 months the game changes. Like if our coaches get more exposure, more training, more refresher courses, I think that will help. And if we can send more players with the help of the government for competition exposure, I think if we can increase the competition exposure for the kids, for all the disciplines, I think that will help for the Sikkim's performance in Khelo India competitions. Providing, like, if we can provide more athletes scholarship programs, I think that will also help. And the academies, and as you said, if we can have more academies in the districts, I think that will also help promoting sports.
Sir, we can see in the newspapers, not only in Sikkim but maybe throughout India, this is sort of unfortunate, but we must admit it. Youth energy, sir, is a very pivotal and very strong energetic force that youth possesses, and sometimes when they reach adolescence, I'm talking about both males and females, sometimes unfortunately they go in the wrong way, they miss their goals and get hold of addiction and some other controversial things. Sir, I would like to know how, in this scenario, how sports as a tool can engage those youth or those persons back in the system, and how sports can prove them it's a very positive tool of social inclusion.
I think sports, as a sports person myself, I think sports teachers, promote discipline and leadership. That is a major thing. It brings discipline in a person. So sports promote discipline and leadership, and it will reduce the youth involvement in substance abuse. So that is a major thing. What we face challenges, I think it will sports. If we put sports on our youth development programs, I think it will reduce the youth involvement in substance abuse. Create careers in coaching. Sports can, if you can good in sports, you can have a career in coaching, officiating. Like we have got now in badminton, we do have a lot of national umpires and all. They get national recognitions. They get to conduct national tournaments. In physiotherapy they can do. Sports management you can do. Sports tourism we can promote. So sports have got so many options to career building. And it will, sports teaches us foster in gender equality. Encourage inclusion across social and economical background peoples. So I think that is a major thing what sports teaches.
So dear listeners, as you can understand, it's not really necessary, or it's not really mandatory to become for everyone to become a sports person, but sports somehow as a discipline can benefit so many other genres or other branches of society, and this is such a strong force or sort of positive approach that even unfortunately if someone is addicted from something, he or she can be brought back
Yes.
to
very
the
true.
light, to the
Yes.
light of positivity, to the light of mainstream society with the help of sports.
Sports, yes.
And sometimes we ignore it, but this is a huge opportunity or phenomena for someone who is really struggling, to come out from the darkness, who is really fighting their battle and to engage with the family, with the function and the friends, and somehow want to get enlightened with positivity that he or she left a couple
Yes.
of years ago.
Yes.
Sports can be his very good friend, and sports can itself become a coach to get him or out from the dark world and usher some positive lights. Sir, when we were in school, we have often heard the word ecosystem. Somehow, with this technological advancement and digital things, if we wear a same brand watch or use same brand laptop, now we were used to
Yes.
call it ecosystem in a different way. So, sir, just imagine. I would request you to imagine if sports is seen as a sphere, as a whole world. How sports ecosystem under Khelo India can actually benefit not only not only a human being as a sportsman, because we have talked a lot on it, but being a sportsman, being the family member of sportsman, and being the producer of that sportsman. How this Khelo India scheme and how maybe state government or other scheme can wholly benefit this sports ecosystem.
You mean to say like the role that can school and colleges play in strengthening
Sir,
the
sir.
sports ecosystem, right? My view is this: school and colleges are the foundation of sports development.
Yes, sir.
That is the first point of interactions. And the school and colleges, they should conduct regular competitions, employ qualified physical education teachers, and they can identify talent and athletes early.
Yes, that's the schools are the, sir. I think the first
Yes.
step when a child gets introduced to sports. Since a child get introduced to his or her world in mother's lap,
Yes.
there is a introduction stage
Yes.
to the world.
Yes.
Only mother can introduce the child.
That's what. And like school and colleges can provide access to these facilities. Now, as we discuss about the Khelo India scheme, the school and colleges can partner with the Khelo India centers. And if the sports teacher if that particular child can sign in badminton or football and or any other discipline, any other sports discipline, they can partner with these Khelo India centers, and their identification can be done in early age. And with the help of Khelo India, if they can bring back to the Khelo India centers, I think that is a wonderful thing they can do it.
So just with the continuation of the discussion program, I am sort of feeling a little bit curious to know that I know you're being a very experienced sports administrator, and I know myself that you have traveled over the world and witnessed so many countries and experienced their culture of sports, their adaptation of infrastructure of sports, and you have physically witnessed so many national championships. Sir, I would like to know, have you been given an opportunity to serve as a sports development officer in Sikkim, the state? What are the priority initiatives that you will implement under Khelo India in Sikkim?
This is a tough question. But, first, I'd like to mention that sports development in Sikkim is already being carried out, is under the able leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, sir, and the Department of Sports and Youth Affairs, Government of Sikkim. The Department of Sports and Youth Affairs, Government of Sikkim, led by the Honorable Minister, sir. Secretary Madam is there now, right? Along with the dedicated officers, coaches, technical staff, and supporting person, is doing a commendable work for the promotion of sports in the state. their efforts has significantly contributed to the growth of our sports in Sikkim, especially, and the implementation of various schemes and programs. However, if you ask for my personal opinion on the priority areas, further that could strengthen the Khelo India ecosystem in Sikkim, I would like to suggest, I think statewide talent identification and athlete tracking system should be there. I think they must have all these things. But if these are my views,
personal inputs, yes.
Personal inputs. If we have a structured talent in scouting programs covering every school in the blocks and the districts, if they do it, conduct it annually, digital database of promising players, tracking promising players from the grassroots to elite levels, I think that will help a lot for talent identification and strengthening the district sports development center. While sports is a culture here, if we can have these severe facilities, strengthening the district level centers and put them with the qualified coaches, I think all the sports discipline can enhance in this. And these high performance centers, I think they should have this sports medicine a major subject in this. I think
yes, I was coming to that point because as all of us know, may it be in life and may it be in sports, in any sports, injuries and certain kind of health issues are part and parcel of this profession. And there comes the role of medicine, the role of physios, and maybe the role of counselors.
Yes. I think, and just to add on,
Sir.
I believe that the strong foundation already been created by the government of Sikkim and the Department of Sports and Youth Affairs. This initiative can further accelerate Sikkim's journey, towards become a leading sporting state in the country.
Sir, as we are slowly going to the conclusion of the discussion program, and I think, sir, you will agree that for most of us, most of humans, examples show that how you will invest yourself in any kind of discipline. Sir, I would like to know from you recent achievements of athletes trained under the Khelo India State Center of Excellence in Sikkim, and how do you suggest our listeners can be the next example?
I think the Khelo India Center for Excellence is giving a very good result. There are a lot of people who have bought medals, laurels to our state of Sikkim, from football, taekwondo, and there are many notable performances, mainly in athletics. I think they have done very well from Khelo India Center, and in school games also, I think they have done well in boxing and all. I think they are doing very well.
Sir, one last question from our side. How you think can Sikkim increase participation in national events, may it be Khelo India Youth Games, Khelo India University Games, or any other national events? And what, according to you, some policy measures that will help to increase more participation in sports and produce more sportsmen? Because personally, I think, and I think you will agree, becoming a sportsman, or at least having the zeal of becoming a sportsman, is the first step to win medals. Actually, you have to enter. You have to enter the arena first.
Right.
Then only chances of winning and losing comes in your way. If you do not enter the arena, if you do not step in, and if you are not that courageous to take it up, you are not that much motivated, because we see so much motivational videos in so many platforms, and sometimes our motivation goes after we finish our lunch. Being self-motivated, and sports is such a discipline that helps us to always ignite the flame between us, and always keep us self-motivated, and always instills the belief, okay, we may have lost today, but the next match or the next event is on so and so date, and I will outperform myself. I will have to, being a sportsman or being in any profession, outperform myself to show myself first I can do better, And obviously, when I will outperform myself or some sportsman will outperform their break their own records, the whole world will witness the glory. The glory will follow the discipline, the hard work, the sportsmanship. Sir, last any comment on policy measures that can help us?
Like Khelo India has laid a strong foundation for sports development in Sikkim. We should accept that. Now a lot of people are coming into Khelo India Center for Excellence. We do have a badminton center in Soren. Is doing very good. There are a lot of players coming out from Khelo India centers. I think participations like conducting district level qualification events, I think that is more important, and increase the school and college engagement. I think that will help more. Provide athlete awareness about the Khelo India's scheme should be more available to all the awareness should be there to all the athletes. I don't have recommendations as a policy recommendations, but just my
any
sincere inputs. If we can establish a state sports talent scholarship program, it will help a lot. Sports talent scholarship program will help the kids for their vision. They can improve, and if we can have university sports programs also strengthening this, there are a lot of universities has come up in Sikkim. So if we can do that, and if we can have a long-term athlete development pathway, I think that will help boost the sports infrastructure in Sikkim.
So dear listeners, I think you have enjoyed the discussion program so far. And I would like to thank once again to Mr. Sukanta Das.
My pleasure.
General Secretary, Badminton Association of Sikkim, Executive Member of Badminton Association of India, and also Team Manager of Indian National Badminton Team, for managing his precious time and coming to Akashvani News Gangtok for the discussion program at very short notice. And I assume we had a very fruitful discussion.
Oh, yes.
We had covered, listeners, so many topics, starting from Khelo India, from sportsmanship, the hurdles of being a professional sportsman, and the ways of being a sportsman. And we will bring this sort of discussions program again and again. Thank you so much for staying with us. And this is Mainak Chatterjee from Akashvani News Gangtok.